So, Assertion is from Tacoma, and a friend, the guitar player, offered this opportunity to lay down anything you want to on two of their drum tracks. So it's Williams drum tracks, two of them. Now, this opportunity is for anybody that wants to take it on, though you would have to go to the SoundCloud, which I will put a link below, and you'd send them a message, and they'd get back to you and send you a link to download the drum tracks, and then you would send the final song back to them, right? So I will post the link below, and you can also hear everything else that people have recorded so far on the Assertion SoundCloud. And I'll also post a link to their YouTube. Now, somebody asked about going down in detail a list of how I recorded those tracks. It's pretty simple. I'll show you what I recorded with right now. And please excuse my mess. I don't have a lot of room in here, so all my music gear is kind of very condensed. And I know I'm going to probably show you this, and you're going to be like, "Oh my God, why doesn't he do this or do this?" Well, I'm doing what I can. All right, here we go. All right, so the guitar that I use is right here. It is I think it's a 2001 standard Gibson Les Paul. And it rocks, man. This thing is phenomenal. And no, this is not from China. This is the real deal right here. This actually, when I bought it, it had a ton of signatures from a band called I think the Refreshments. They did their only successful song was the theme for King of the Hill. Anyway, this whole guitar was covered in signatures, and I used really light sandpaper, and actually had to sand them off, which made it kind of look like an older guitar. But I got them off, and that was great because I didn't want them on there. So that's the guitar I used. Now, for the tube compressor, which is pretty important, I used this in miking. I ran the mic through this, so it's a 386 DBX 386, and my recording interface is a Tascam US 1800, and I have a DBX compressor. So I'm running the guitar. I'm miking with a SM58, which is basically the same as a 57. I have a 57, but the 58, I wanted to see how it sounded. So I'm actually just going through a basic small PV. What the hell is this? I can't fucking read it. Anyway, it's a Rage 158. So there's that. And that sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm using, for distortion, I'm using a SM9 Super Metal. It's not my number one pick, but I like the sound of this, and I like, but that's the only effect. Well, that's not true. Let's see. I used the West Tone for some of the phaser in the first song I posted, and the stereo tremolo I use briefly. The Echo Park. This thing is amazing, man. For a delay pedal, this thing's got so many delay sounds. It's insane. I've owned quite a few delay pedals. This thing does more delay possibilities than, I mean, any pedal I've ever had. So, and this is a beast, man. This thing, like, this is like the heaviest pedal, like, pedal of this size I've ever owned. It's a beast. Let's see. Bass, I just went direct, actually. I go direct with the bass and just turn it up and make sure it doesn't peak. That's how I get the bass sound. The bass I used is a it's a little higher end SDGR Ibanez. There's a lot of versions of these, and I forget what this one's called, but I've had to look this up because I almost sold this a couple times, so I had to look it up, and I don't remember the model. But this is it's a pretty decent bass, you know. I think it sounds good. It works. So yeah, so there you go. So I'll put the links below this, and if you want to record whatever you want on those two tracks, I can't send you those tracks, but Assertion can. I just want to make sure that they're aware of where the tracks are going. You know, I mean, there's some copyright logistics. I guess, you know. I mean, in a sense, you know, they're happy. Anybody can record anything they want and share the song, whatever. But still remain, you know, rights to Assertion and to William Goldsmith. All right. Thanks much. Bye.